Let's start with ISIS. ISIS, of course, starts out as what appears to be an offshoot of Al-Qaeda and has now blown up to be the biggest threat on the planet. If you're in the White House, what do you do that's different?
Well, I laid out what I would do 3 months ago at the Reagan Library, long before the Paris shooting. And it would be first to recognize that for what it is. This is a threat, a global threat. This is Islamic terrorism. These are radicals that want to destroy Western civilization. And they've declared war on us, and we should have a strategy to take them out, not to contain them. And that would require American leadership by garnering the support of the Arab nations and European nations principally to support a local force, the remnants of the Syrian Free Army, where American leadership is not just in the air, but on the ground as well. I don't think we could do this without American leadership, without embedding our troops in Iraq, with the Iraqi military, with directly supporting the Kurds in Iraq, and re-engaging with the Sunni tribal leaders in Iraq. That was successful. That partnership was successful in bringing about the end of Al-Qaeda in Iraq. And as it relates to Syria, we need safe zones. The refugee issue, which is a huge tragedy for literally 4 million people uprooted in Syria.
Sure, it's a nightmare.
In a country of 23 million, we need to have safe zones there and a no-fly zone where we're serious about dealing both with Assad and ISIS.
Can we do it without? I'm sorry. Can we do it without Russia's help? And should we have Russia's help? And how do you get there with Putin?
You can't do it with Russia's help unless they abandon their support of Assad and change their relationship with Iran. We have a dual threat in Syria, the most brutal regime in the world that has killed over 200,000 innocent people, supported by basically two countries in the world, Iran and Russia. And I don't see how we can expect Russia to change its feathers at this point. If they could, fantastic, but I don't see it happening. I think we have to dealing with Assad in a dramatically different way and make sure that we deal with Russia from strength, not weakness. The idea that we wouldn't talk to Russia is ludicrous in my mind.
Right.
But at the same time, dealing with them in such a position of weakness only emboldens Putin.
One of the main concerns that Putin seems to have is the security of their large naval base there. Is there a way to secure that? In other words, that he wants something in exchange for cooperation, and if we could do it without him, great, but his cooperation would help. Or are you just seeing this as competing agendas, and we need to peacefully get along, but not try to militarily do something together?
Yeah, unless Russia changes its path, which right now is to prop up the Assad regime. I mean, look, they're not hitting ISIS in the air. They're hitting the remnants of the Syria Free Army, which we're supporting. That should be a pretty clear signal of what their strategic interests are. The fact that they have a strong naval presence there is because we pulled back. And re-engaging, I think, is the first step for creating an environment where the rest of the Arab world would feel compelled to join up. They don't think that we have their back. We don't think we're serious about dealing with both Assad and ISIS. You're not going to get any support. And we can't do this alone.